Hello and welcome to our first Nurgle match. Yeah, so if you missed it, go back and watch the team creation video where I go into a little bit of detail of the skills of the team and stuff like that. I haven't talked too much about my plans yet of where we're going to go with the team, but that's gonna come up naturally, I think. I'm not quite sure about some priorities yet because I have not a whole lot of experience with Nurgle, but that's okay. So for now, let's go through the team again real quick. We've got our Beast of Nurgle, we've got all 4 Nurgle warriors, we've got 4 Rotters as well as 1 Pestigore and 2 rerolls. So very lean on the reroll front with this team, but for Nurgle, it's nice to start with all Nurgle warriors as well as the Beast of Nurgle, which doesn't leave you with a lot of options. You can't get more than 2 rerolls if you go that route. So that's why we only have 2. And we also were able to fit 1 Pestigore in here, which is nice, so that could be cool. And he's going to be fairly important as well, I believe. Okay, about 3 minutes waiting time, so see you in a moment. And here we are, our first opponent, a 1090 Necromantic team. That's cool. Okay, so they have at least had 1 match under their belt. The claw from the werewolves will be an issue, so let's hope he doesn't have anything too bad aside from that. So we've got 2 rerolls. We see block on 1 werewolf, we see block on a ghoul. So where did that team value go? He has 40 out of this. He has 1 fan factor. What? I'm confused. So win-win. Oh, does he have 12 players? No, he has 11 players. What am I missing here? Something. I don't know. It's okay. I don't have any money aside from the 90k here, so the only thing we can get is a Bloodweiser Babe. So this is an interesting first matchup, I think. I'm excited. This, we probably could have asked for an easier first matchup, since the claw from the werewolves and the frenzy from the werewolves and all that stuff is gonna be pretty annoying. He also has dodge players. I have neither tackle nor block on any of my players, so getting rid of the ghouls, especially the one that already has block and dodge, is gonna be fairly difficult, I assume, and we will rely on some good rolls there. Hello, game? Oh, thank you. Although the waiting for opponent apparently is screwing this up right now. Oh, yep, there we go. That's supposed to come before that. So he gets to choose, unfortunately. I would apologize in advance because I already noticed that I'm getting a scratchy throat again, so I might have to cough from time to time. I've gotten a bit sick over the last few days. It's already been a lot better already, but it's still causing me some issues with having to cough. Stupid scratchy throats and stuff like that. So I apologize. I hope my opponent's internet connection with waiting for opponent won't always be this bad the entire match, because that would be kind of annoying to work with. But we'll make do, and it looks like right now it's gotten way better, as always. Though, nope, there we go again. Well, we'll see. So, while we wait, what I could talk about. There will be another team preparation video soon regarding my plans until the Legendary Edition hits. So if you're unaware of this still, they focus... Is it Cyanide is the developer, Focus Home Interactive is the publisher. Isn't that correct? So I wasn't wrong. So, either way, they announced the Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition, which contains pretty much all the missing teams. At least the official teams are all in there, I think, afterwards. And, okay, I need to... So this is a bit of a problem because I am gonna give him the Beast of Nurgle here. Do I want to give him the Rotters, or do I set up with the Nurgle Warriors? I actually don't know what the best course of action here is. I probably am going to give him the Rotters, just because I need my Nurgle Warriors here to make this work for myself a little bit better. And then I'm going to set up pretty aggressively like this, so we keep our Nurgle Warriors up front. So if he wants to blitz back here, he has to go into a Rotter. which ideally will not be that easy for him. I could expect a quick snap and set up a little, or hope that we won't get a quick snap and set up a little bit more up front so that we could prevent a good frenzy block. But I don't know. I think we'll keep it like this, a little bit safer. So yeah, they've announced the Legendary Edition, and there's a lot of teams in there. Well, 3 specifically that I would really like to play. So I'm going to address my plans with the current teams and future teams and all that stuff in a future team preparation video. It's going to come out in a week or 2, I think. So stay tuned for that. Or I at least want to open a dialogue and listen what you guys have to say or what you would prefer. But I do have some ideas floating around my head that I just want to talk about in a separate setting and not while we do a match here. So yeah, for the Nurgle team, they are obviously a very bashy team. They have strength access on pretty much every player but the Rotter. I think that's the case. Yeah, everybody should have strength access but the Rotter. They also have mutation access on normal rolls, so I don't need to rely on doubles to get stuff like Claw or Tentacles. Well, Tentacles we already have on the Burst of I can't talk. The Burst of Nurgle, the Beast of Nurgle. My God. So we've got all the cool things. Okay, he gets an extra reroll. That's not so good. So he also started with only 2 rerolls, and he has blocked, but only on, well, on 4 players by now. So it's fairly safe for him to do that stuff like this, which would have already resulted in a turnover or a used up reroll if he hadn't used a white there. But he's going for the right priorities there, and we'll see. So you can expect me to build along a killy route, so make this team brutal, but I'm not gonna focus on it entirely, of course. I need a ball carrier. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is he gonna take that? He takes the reroll, so this is something we can hope for, that I get better rolls than he does in blocking situations, or just more reliant rolls, that the rerolls that we take won't come out of failed blocks, but having to actually reroll something like a dodge or anything like that. We'll see, I don't know. But the good thing is the ball is on the sideline. He doesn't have a reroll now to pick it up. Before he blocked this one, he should have protected the ball, set up a defense here, a screen, so that I couldn't attack there. But because now if he fails the pickup, he has a 3 in 8 chance, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that the ball will scatter outside, which is why he's not even going to pick it up this turn, I assume. Or is he going to put it on this werewolf? By the way, I forgot. After me talking about waiting for opponents, stuff like that, I just forgot to write good luck and have fun. But we've remedied that, so there we go. Let's see, he can also write that. So we're playing against Zunel. I assume it's... this looks French, so I don't speak French, so I don't exactly know how to pronounce that, but he's playing the Son of Merkel, something like that. Okay, so he's put himself in a bit of a rough spot afterwards here. He could have blitzed with this Flash Golem, but right now he doesn't have a good blitz. It looks like he wants to go for a 1-dice blitz against Hepatitis D. No, he's actually going to try for the pickup and not blitz at all. He doesn't make the pickup, but the scatter is not that bad for him. The good thing is he's putting himself, with all of his fast players on top of everything, he's putting himself in a rough position. He's limiting himself quite a bit there. And let's see what we can do about this. So, first of all, bring in the big players. I can try to just outmuscle him in some areas, and I am sure that is what we are going to do. So let's bring these guys over here. We could have an issue with the zombie, but I'm not too worried about this one. You know what? Actually, I can't though, can I? Considering if I can serve this guy, but I don't think so. The issue is, if we block him, we can block him to here, here, or here. So if I serve him, we want him here or there. I can't push him there because I need the angle here, and I can't get past this zombie. If I want to push him here, the issue is if I follow, I'm following here, so I can't surf him. If I stay, I can only blitz from here or there, or try to dodge past here, which would be a difficult dodge, so I can't surf this guy. I can set up the surf, which would still be dangerous because of the werewolves, so we won't do that. Which means right now we are going to just adjust this, I think. Bring him up to here. I just need my assists. I'm gonna go in with Hepatitis B here to get that blitz. Good, so we've got that one. Gonna push him diagonally. I don't want him to stand up here so that he gets the two spacing there. Much rather have it like this, which is gonna be good enough. And do I want to risk the GFI? That's a big question. No, I don't think we do. He's pretty good in that position. Him, I'm a bit worried about, but that should still work out. Okay, let's set... No, I'm going to do this block first. Okay, in that case, I am going to take the turnover. I don't want to lose a reroll there, which puts us in a bad spot at this side, but we should have the middle under control fairly well. I should have probably moved this rotter first. I need to get back into a different mindset here. I am not safe in blocking at any point in time right now. I don't have block. Neither does he on 7 out of his 11 players, but yeah, this is a drawback. It was less likely for me to get stunned here, but it still happened. So the plan was to move this guy up with the GFI afterwards, maybe just put myself next to him. I didn't want to risk my Pestigore. He is my best ball carrier right now. He's the fastest player on the team that we have with movement 6. He's got agility 3. The Rotters do so as well, but he's just a little bit faster. He also doesn't have decay like they do, so he's less likely to get injured. And he has horns, so he can blitz himself out of a rough spot a lot easier than the Rotters can. Which is why I'm going to try to get the ball on him, and I will use him as my ball carrier in my own offense. But, okay, he did make the pickup. I needed to see if that works. He could have failed this again, which would have caused him to use another reroll. Oh, please tell me you don't. Seriously? I mean, it could work, because right now, if he brings all of these guys down here, he's putting a lot of pressure on me that I might not be able to work with, so he could potentially force his way through here. But I do already have a block here that I... Oh. Well, okay, he can also still blitz. Oh yeah, I think this is an issue. So I've underestimated how slow I am. This is going to be a learning curve. Just, I want to prepare everybody for here. I'm not going to be perfect with this team. It's way different from everything I've played on this channel so far. It's probably closest to Lizardmen in some areas, at least, because both start without any block skills, and you have to go for very solid positioning. They differ in a lot of other areas, of course, like ball handling capabilities, agility, access, speed, because Lizardmen are actually a very fast team. But yeah, there's some rough stuff in here, and depending on where he puts that ghoul, I could still... Okay, now I can't. I could have still gotten a very... or potentially at least a blitz against this werewolf, which now I can't. I will still be able to put pressure on him there, but he might be able to break that. Oh, he goes for the 1-die block. That's rough. That's a good move as well, unfortunately. So that's a stun. Because now, my plan was to try and block here, disconnect the player and move them up. But now we can't. Thank you. That was... He might have screwed himself there. He used another reroll for that. Okay. So what could work also is just let him score quickly. And then take my time that we have left to... God damn, seriously, dude? Okay, well, that was a 2-die, but still. And he's gonna follow that as well. Is that gonna be enough? possibly. So he's just gonna stand up. That's not gonna change. These guys, I need to move back because right now, well, can he score already? They are so fast. Movement 8 is nothing to... Yep, so with 2 GFIs right now, he can already score here. So something that I obviously would like to not see happen. But we will have to wait and see about that. Okay, so, well, no, I need to... Well, yeah, it doesn't help too much, does it? Yeah. Blitz from here. I would appreciate a knockdown, but we don't get it. So that's a bummer. Let's do this. Push him there. I will stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the GFI. So put pneumonia right there. We do actually have a chance to disconnect the player here. Oh no, he has stand firm there, doesn't he? Oh boy. So it doesn't work out after all. I think because the stand firm will keep these guys in place. But I think I need to risk a dodge here in that case. So let's start with this important block. It's a bit of a risky block because he has block, I do not. I also am really stupid, which is horrible for this and screws me over significantly. Turns this into a 1 die, gives him an easy 2 die there. I still have to dodge though, so we are going to do exactly that. That's way more important, and I needed the reroll for that, because now if I make this work, which we do, he's in a much more difficult spot. And I'm going to risk this 1 die block, because I feel it's necessary. The question is, do I follow? I do not in this case. And I think we also want to try this 1 die back here. Just so that he can't get the easy way out here. And we could get something like this as well. Thank you. Okay, that's a stun. Removal would have been nicer, but it at least takes care of the issue of me getting 2 dice there extremely easily. So right now, he can't break through here. This is too tight. He can't surf me because he can't get easily around here. This guy is blocking this, so he needs to dodge. And then we have these 2 guys back here, so even if he switches sides and goes over to the middle, he can't easily get past my 2 rotters here. I wished he wouldn't have been really stupid, because in that case we probably would have knocked down this white, and I would have been solid in the middle here as well. Right now he can get into the middle here, block this out of the way, and create something safe for him somewhat over here that I will be hard pressed to adjust to. But we'll see. So right now, I didn't follow there because it would have led to an easy block by this ghoul. He would have had 2 assists. The zombie plus the other ghoul would have given him strength 5, basically, given an easy block, and he could have just run past me. Now he can't. So that's nice, but it looks like he's going for somewhat of what I expected him to, but I'm happy that I managed to make this work. So you need to know when to take your rerolls early on in this team. I didn't reroll this block, even though it would have been very important to get, or very helpful to get, but the dodge was just much more important, like not rerolling here. So he did exactly what I expected him to do. And the thing about this is, with this, putting him here in a corner, he needs to put a ghoul there. A ghoul would have had dodge, because right now I will be able to get a block there. He's already blitzed. So he's gonna... The good thing is he needs to always go back right now, so that he doesn't have to dodge past these guys. He will still be able to run this way. I need to be able to get there, but we can possibly do that. And I might, depending on where he decides to put his defense... Oh, let's see if that plays out for him. If risking the GFI is worth it. We might even be able to blitz the ball carrier, because he needs to save this side. I think that's what he's going to go for. He doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. Because if the Beast of Nurgle... Well, okay, I also am stupid. I need to remember that the Beast of Nurgle is really stupid. So the issue here is, which skill is it? There it is, really stupid. If there's no player, no allied player, so no Nurgle team player next to him, he has a 4+ roll to be really stupid. I forgot about that. I need to remember that because I've so far in Blood Bowl 2. Oh, okay, still a stun. Good. Good. Well, not good, but could have been worse. He has just the easy chance of not. Okay, so that takes care of me being able to attack with the Nurgle warrior. Oh, even goes for the 2 die. He's probably gonna push me up here. That's what I would do. Yep, just put me away. He's setting himself up. Frees up the Beast of Nurgle though, which is at least questionable right now. And these guys are horribly out of position. I do have some issues with this right now. I'm not really safe. I could try to dodge him over here, or just try to run him in and blitz with this. So there's a 50% chance that I would fail. I don't like this dodge, so I'm not going to risk it. And we'll see about these areas first before I make any sort of decision in that regard. I just need to get this moving first. So how close is he? Now he can score without the need of a GFI, which is obviously good for him. But let's see what I can do about this. So there is a way for me to blitz him without using my Beast of Nurgle, which is cool. So if we get this block, I can push him to here, follow, we can mark this guy, and then I can blitz from here and get a 2 die. So I'm gonna try to move in my Beast of Nurgle with the 50% like this. It doesn't. It's a bummer, but I couldn't risk getting that next to there, so that was a placement error by me. That didn't help. So next up, well, something I can already do and probably should already do is move him to right here. Next, we need to go for the block. And this one is actually important, and I might reroll it if we don't get it, but we do. Good. So push him over there, follow. And now I get to blitz. Well, I didn't even need the assist here because I have horns, but it's still nice. Okay, we get him. That's, of course, what we were hoping for. Let's follow. Oh, perfect. Armor break is extremely valuable in this case. I hope that the scatter goes in a direction where I can actually do something with it. It doesn't, though. So this guy has an easy spot of picking this up now that I won't be able to do anything about because I can't go next to this. So what we're also going to do is risk this. No, he's got stand firm. So I'm not going to risk that, because if it fails, it means that this guy can cover the ball, and I don't want him to be able to do that. So I'd much rather have these 2 guys not move and get blocked down than have him in a better position to set this defensively. I wished I would have gotten the Beast of Nurgle to move, because it would have been here and in an awesome spot to protect the ball. No, it would have been here, actually. Still awesome spot. Don't know why he let that uncovered. I mean, oh, seriously? You're not gonna dodge there, are you? But right now we're keeping him at bay. He doesn't have good blocks back here, but he doesn't need them. This is just annoying enough that he has to dodge. This guy is just in a bad position. Oh, that's a good move, I think. Only a push is helpful, though, but it frees up the block dodge ghoul. It's his best player to have the ball on to begin with. Anyways. But we have all the Rotters back here. I have my Pestigore in the mix in the middle. And we'll have to wait and see if he can pick up the ball. He's down to 1 reroll. I still have all of mine. That's good. Let's see. Makes the pickup. Doesn't cover the ball first with this guy, which surprises me. And now he needs to use his last reroll to see about this. He makes the pickup, unfortunately. So he's going to go all the way over there. And now getting to him, he just needs to put a player there. Then he's very safe. He doesn't. So in this case, I can still get a block here. Not necessarily going to be a good block, but it at least gives me a chance. I also have the chance to get my Beast of Nurgle activated again. I hope we can get him there, because the tentacles are actually amazing. It might prevent him from being able to dodge away, and that's exactly what we need here. It's gonna be difficult to get, though, once again, because I can't really spare a player to get there. Oh, he didn't follow the rotor, so I can get the rotor to here and actually make it a 2+ activation roll. That was a mistake there, my friend. Well, he couldn't have... I wouldn't have gotten there anyways. Either he doesn't follow and stays next to Hepatitis C, or he follows and stays next to Cellulitis. Both are not good. This 1-die block I'm actually a bit mad about. That was such a risky play on his behalf. God damn. No reroll left to use, and he does this in this position where a failure would have been horrible. God damn, that's ballsy. That's very ballsy. Okay, so I'm just going to use Hepatitis E here to keep this guy locked down. I really don't care too much about that. Just don't want him to move in there and do anything stupid that we will not be able to work against. So now I can use my Beast of Nurgle to get down there. I am considering blitzing with it as well, but I think we want this a bit different. Or do we? No, I think we just move. Yeah. It's the little bit safer route. Okay, so if I want to blitz, we need to get this guy. A push is not ideal, but good enough, because it still frees up 2 players. Doesn't quite get me as far as I want to be, but it's still good. I think we're gonna start with the blitz, which means... Well, the question now is, do I blitz him and then move to here? Or do I try to blitz him right away? No, we need to blitz this guy. Otherwise, I'm gonna push him away from the Nurgle Beast, and we can't afford to have that happen right now. So I need to make sure that he can't get rid of the Nurgle Beast there. That is more important. And I am going to stay. Move over to here. Okay, good. So I just need to shut him out as much as possible. Next up are the GFIs here, because I need to get into his way. Even if he makes the dodge, which I'm going to make more difficult by going right here so he can't dodge into 0 tackle zones, he's still gonna be kind of screwed there. So now the question is, do I free up a player, or do we block both of these? I think we free up a player, or try to. That works. And I'm gonna keep both of these guys in here. Once again, just want to lock them down. Come on. Very tame match so far. Only stuns, nothing major. He's gonna go back here. That's why the freeing up was so important. And then we can get this 2-die block at the end. Yeah. I think what this team is going to teach me again is proper positioning. Because right now I'm surviving this and staking this touchdown off by having good positioning. By thinking about exactly where I need to be to lock him down. I've let that slide in some areas, I think. And the early game Nurgle will actually help me get back into that mindset, I feel like. Because right now I'm enjoying myself immensely, because it's a highly positional match right now. I can't rely on blocking at all. I need to make sure that I have the better positioning than he does. And this was a bad move by him. He needed to make sure that I can't just get next to him with the Beast of Nurgle. And you might get to see very quickly why that thing is so important. Yep, he's gonna try his best now to get as many assists as possible. Maybe I should have made sure that this guy can't give an assist. But he also needs to remove this assist. Oh no, okay, he's trying to dodge backwards, but he has the 42% tentacles here. He can't... Oh, he's gonna try to throw the ball there, I believe. But, thank you, tentacles. Now he's stuck. So let's go through tentacles again, because I didn't show them. So let's read this. The player that uses this skill when an opposing player attempts to dodge or leap out of any tackle of his tackle zones. The opposing player rolls 2d6, adding their own player's strength and subtracting the tentacles player's strength from the score. So he rolls 2d6, adds 3, and subtracts 5. So he subtracts 2 from the 2d6 roll. If the final result is 5 or less, then the moving player is stuck. So he needs a high roll, considering that the average roll on a 2d6 is, I believe, a 6. Well, no, I think a 7 is the average. It sounds weird, but it somehow makes sense. I don't know. Either way, strength 5 versus strength 3, he has a less than 50% chance to get away from me with this, and that's just awesome. And now we can try to just ruin his day a tiny smidgen here with all of this. Okay, he needs to be in here, I believe. Okay. So can we get this? I feel tempted to do a GFI, because I want as many players free and be able to move about as possible. But we could also just serve this guy, possibly. Well, once again, not easily, but doable, I think. Yeah, all of this is a bit rough right now. Okay, so let's cover this area first. I'm not gonna do a GFI there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna risk it in this case, I think. So let's go up there. Oh, I regret everything already. Let's use our reroll here and hope for the best. Thank you. But now I'm out of reroll, so I need to start prioritizing a bit more, because the plan was block this guy, free him up, bring him next to the Nurgle beast, so that I can make sure that the Nurgle beast can take an action. But now I need to go about this a bit differently, I think. Well, do we? Do we really? I think we're still in an okay spot here, so I'm gonna try and go with this. A push is good enough. It's not ideal, but it's good enough. I'm gonna follow there as well, because I don't want the white to be able to just move around. And we're also going to, I think, put ourselves next to this guy, so I don't have him moving around too much. We just want to lock him down right now as much as possible. Keep him from being able to get the good blocks. And then I'm going to continuously annoy him into oblivion. So that's a weird sentence, but it worked, I feel like. And I can just continue on my surf setup, which I'm not gonna go for this round. It's too risky. Just get the POW. Just get the POW. There we are. I'm gonna stay. In this case, I still have this player left here, but the ball scatters outside and switches sides completely. That is actually horrible. I'm gonna go there so that this guy doesn't have an easy way of getting there, and I'm going to risk taking this block. No, I'm not. I'm gonna risk not taking any of these blocks. If I had failed this, these two guys could have covered the ball. At least this guy could have, and he could have gotten an assist here, turned this into a 1-die, freed up something here. But right now, we just need to zone him out. Further zone him out. Let's not risk anything. I'm down. I had to use a reroll already in that turn. If that had failed, it would have failed and it would have been bad. These guys can't get good blocks now, so having both Nurgle warriors over here is actually helping me quite a bit right now. Foul appearance, failure. What did he try to do? Nobody Sage. Oh, he tried to block up here, and the first time foul appearance did that. Okay, so every time somebody tries to block a player with foul appearance, they have to roll a die, and if they roll a 1, they can't block the player. because they're appalled by the foul appearance. And that's kind of awesome, because now he lost an entire flesh golem turn, which is really good, and he's gonna risk a dodge here, which might be the right thing to do. Yeah, I think that's actually probably a smart thing to go for. But it's a risky setup right now, since he doesn't have a reroll. The dodge could easily fail. Let's just see what happens. And it failed, so that's a turnover. And that's the situation we wanted to be in. Still not a single player removed here, but now that's gonna start. If I get my way here, he's gonna be down 3 players at the end of this turn. I have 3 turns left to score. I'm not sure that's enough for Nurgle, honestly. So I'm not going to attempt the pickup with Anthrax here right away. I am going to prioritize differently and prioritize my setup over everything. So I'm going to start surfing things. Oh, that's a 1-die. Oh, that's a 1-die and that's a turnover. That was stupid, but in this case it was worth the reroll. But that was stupid. I got too hasty there. And I shouldn't have done that. That player's just gonna come back. I really would like to just get these guys, because they are... what's the word? They don't have regeneration. So if I injure them, they're out. And they are still some of his best players. Getting the white would be cool as well. Would be one less block player to deal with. Let's see. Nothing again. God damn, the armor breaks are horrible here. So let's get this set up as well. Put the werewolf next to our Nurgle beast, and we will follow this in. This is also a really good foul opportunity, but we can't go for that yet. Next we have him down here, who's just gonna get pushed to right there. We will follow, and now I'm going to blitz and push out that ghoul as well. So now he has no way of scoring. And ideally, I am just going to at least remove one of these. Come on, thank you. Okay, he's injured, so he's out. Which puts him at 10 players and removes some of his speed and a dodge player, so that's good. Only a badly hurt, I'm okay with. I don't need to kill anything here. Okay, cool. That worked out very nicely. Push up there, sure. Let's disconnect from the guy down here. Don't really want to risk any of that. And I mean, I'm out of rerolls now, and it's in all likelihood not going to work, but we might as well try to get a setup going here. Move Cellulitis up the pitch. I need to pass the ball to him, and then we need to run, and I need to do all of that without a reroll, and I need to pick all of this up here. So I don't think it's going to be very likely, but you never know. But I'm extremely happy that I managed this. Yeah, this guy can't do too much. I'm just gonna get blocked down. I think I'm gonna risk this 1-die as well. It's a turnover, but it's okay, because now this guy can't get over here, and this time he gets stunned. So that's okay. Yeah, I'm happy. Very good first half so far. I'm extremely happy with how this is going. And you can see it's such a different game in low team value ranges compared to high team value areas. Oh god, that's so bad for him. That was the only good blitz he had. I actually didn't see that when I went over that player, because it would have allowed him to get a player next to this, but this is just horrible here for him. But yeah. Okay, good move. So me doing this block maybe wasn't the best thing after all, but still, because now this is a 2-die with block. And if he follows, he puts himself next to Anthrax, which means I can't get an easy pickup here, but we also have Pneumonia down here, who can blitz this away again, or I could just use Hepatitis C myself to get this going. I assume he's going to risk a 1-die here to get a player next to this, but that just results in a turnover, so that's good. Okay, he stuns himself again. Such a bummer. We could have gotten 3 removals there out of those pushes. Very, very tame armor breaks here today. But what can you do? Well, I know what you can do. Nothing in that case. I'm still so tempted to foul that guy, though, and I think that's what this will lead to. I'm more than okay to sacrifice a rotter here if that means getting rid of a block werewolf. A question is, do I prioritize that over the ball or not? Because this is just so unlikely to work. I'm gonna set this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go to here. Oh, but he can only walk 5 spaces, so I need to go one further still. It makes the pass even more difficult, but I'm not focused on the pass right now yet. We're gonna get this blitz, free up the player here. It's good enough. It's not ideal, but it's good enough. I'm going to stay because I don't want him to be able to get pneumonia very easily. He's still my plan here. I'm gonna foul next. And then go for the pickup. Because I think the foul might be better. We got a double and got stunned only, so it didn't help. So it's gonna be back to 10 versus 10. It was still a very good position here, I feel like. Just didn't quite get the result, which is a bummer. Would have needed one higher than this, I think, to get the KO. If I'm not wrong, I think it's 8 to 10? Or 8... Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I should know this, but I don't because I've mostly played the video game where you sometimes don't need the actual numbers because the game just does everything for you. So that's a turnover again, which is pretty funny. It does actually give me another shot at making this work for me. It's still super unlikely, but not impossible. So let's see. Gonna get a push. Nope. I forgot about the stand firm. I don't think he's gonna let that go. Yep, there we go. So I'm still gonna be focused on the ball now, in this case, and I want to try to free up pneumonia because he's just in a better spot here. But because of that push, that's not going to be easy. So we'll see. Come on, just give me some sort of removal here. It's all stuns for days. It's so annoying. So this is only a 1 die, correct? Yeah. That means it's not good enough. I need to do this with him. Yeah, let's try. Okay, we failed the pickup. So that's our first half. It's a 0-0, which is okay. It was his offense. I removed 1 player. I fouled and lost 1 player. But I think it hit him harder than me, and we overall should still be fine. I hope. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see how the second half plays out. But I've already learned quite a bit about this team with this first half. I got into the groove pretty quickly. And we'll have to wait and see if I can continue along that path on the second half. I hope we do. And I hope he doesn't get another reroll. Because let's consider this. He used a reroll in his first... He got an extra reroll out of the kickoff event. And he still ran out of rerolls by the half point, because he had to reroll a bunch of stuff, or he rerolled, so he did some risky stuff. I don't know. I actually don't remember exactly at what occasions he did. I think there wasn't necessarily anything too risky that cost him rerolls, but some of his prioritization was off, because he used the reroll here on the first turn without protecting the ball first, so he was forced to reroll here so that he could protect the ball afterwards. And at least that's some of the things that he, I think, should have or could have done differently there. Okay, we are going to set up our hepatitis squad. That sounds so wrong. On the line of scrimmage here. Make these guys get their blocks in. And I'm going to use pneumonia in the back here for our pickup. Okay, let's confirm this. So right now, the biggest threat is that he can break through my defense and keep me from caging up before I get to do exactly that. So he gets yet another reroll, but the good thing is the kick was bad, which means now we can put the ball on our Pestigore and be happy about it. And we are going to do exactly that. Which way do we want to go? It doesn't matter too much. I probably just want to stay pretty much in the middle with this. And not too forward here either. So let's get this situated. And then we'll see about this. Okay, this is still safe. I'm going to start with the blocks over on this side. Just see what we can do. And if he thinks I am not going to follow up into this, he might actually be right. Yeah, we're not going to risk any of that. Well, I think I'm going to risk it on one side, actually. And no, I'm just going to take the turnover, which is bad and kind of a bummer, but we got the stun there. I still can't afford to reroll this already. It's way too early. Our defense is not safe, but it's okay-ish. He can't just blitz me. He has a good chance to create an opening for himself, though. Well, a good chance might be a bit of an overstatement, but he can get something in there. He could get rid of Hepatitis E or D here. Blitz them out of the way. He can get the 2 assists to make that a 2-die, or just use one of his flash golems because they're close and then put a player or 2 next to me. But he doesn't do that yet. Instead, he makes this very wide. Why does he do that? That just puts himself in danger of getting surfed there. So he's going to blitz there as well? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So one thing... Oh, both down. It's good enough. One thing we haven't seen yet, but more stuns. At least the one thing we can point out is I'm getting a lot of stuns, but he's getting only stuns against me as well. So there hasn't been a single thing that wasn't a stun, aside from the one injury out of the surf. So it's pretty even there as well, which is why I'm not really mad about this happening. But yeah, he went for a very weird blitz. He's going very wide in his setup right now. And this is still a dangerous spot for you, my friend. I don't think I can really capitalize on that, but I can capitalize on this. God damn, buddy, why are you doing this? And why are you putting... Okay. I mean, sure. Can I do something with that? Can we... make this work? He's put these guys so... He's going so wide with this. It could be okay. But if my blocks hold now, which they might not, but I hope they will, we can set up a pretty good positioning here. And he's even... Is he gonna put this guy over there? I don't know. I was also just... Why? I actually would have liked to see him try this because I think it would have failed. But yeah. Okay, so what was I about to say? There was a point I was trying to make, but I've since then forgotten what said point was. Because I went on the... I got confused when he did all that again. Okay, now I need to reroll. Oh, bummer. Okay. So... the idea around with us, and I'm even going to follow because I want to lock this down, is that I can now stand up this guy without the need of dodging, or I can at least still move him a little bit, which is fine. And next up, we are going to bring our Nurgle Beast to over here. Get that show on the road. So I still don't quite understand why he did this, to be honest. Now that I'm out of reroll, I do need to be a bit careful with how I move here, though. So let's get the moves on the road first, and then I'll take care of the rest later. So I need to start with this one, and I am going to follow that push, I think. Or am I? If I go here... Yeah, we are. Let's follow that push in there. And we also need to do this one, which hopefully will... Well, I didn't need to do it, but it's very useful to get. He will probably stand firm, although I would like for him to not. But there we go. Finally. Good KO. That's very, very helpful. Frees up these two guys to move around the pitch with the next round as I please. And that's just nice. I'm gonna not follow here with this Nurgle warrior. I don't care if he moves this guy back, but what this does do is it makes it harder for this guy to walk just past us and run into our back. Not that I think he might do that now. I think he's gonna pull him back. But if I had been here, he would have been able to get that easier, because now he just needs to go this way. And this guy also just can't walk like this. It's gonna make positioning harder for himself. And we're all good with that. So that was an instance where blocking or re-rolling a block like this was just instrumental. I assumed this would happen so that he can get a good 2-die. He's gonna block with the white. Or maybe with the werewolf. No, he's gonna lose a 2-die with the werewolf if he doesn't make it on the first one. Not sure if he's willing to risk that. If he does, it could be good for him. What? Why does he blitz back there? Okay, I'm a bit confused by his priority so far. Good, we got a stun. And on top of everything, with all these non-injuries and stuff like that, this is... both of these are regeneration teams, so injuries might not even stick around. Well, the ghouls, once again, don't have regeneration, which is why it's so difficult... while they're so difficult to protect and important that they are protected. But even if he injures some of mine, that might not stick. Well, the bad thing here still is... Well, they don't actually have regeneration, the rotters. And they have decay on top of everything. Oh, he goes for the werewolf block. And he re-rolls it into a knockdown, so... Not a bad move in this case, especially... Oh, Malaria is injured. Now we get to see decay in action, so he gets both a niggling and a badly hurt result, which means he's just pretty much gonna get fired, and I'll have to work with that. Oh, okay, that's okay. It evens out the playing field again as well in terms of numbers, but we'll see. I can move through here now and try to set something up there. I will be reliant on good block rolls, which is a bit scary, but hopefully it'll work out. So he's just gonna stand up and not do anything else. We're gonna block here. Good. Put him over there and... yeah, this could be a problem. I need to stay. So the logic behind this is, if I roll the 1 with the Nurgle Beast now, I would close this down because there would be a player here if I had followed. Which now there isn't, so now I can move past this without too much trouble. And that's what we wanted there. Okay, but I need to decide where he is supposed to go. That guy being there causes me some headaches, so I think I need to GFI this. Which means we need to move others first. So... Or with others, I basically just meant that one player. Well, no, the Nurgle Beast also needs to move first. So where do you go here? You go up to there. Which means I'll put the Nurgle Beast right here. Yep, there we go. Now he rolls a 1. Of course he rolls a 1 now when I can't afford him to. Okay, this is kind of horrible, but... we'll see. Okay, so let's switch our plans. A bit riskier, but it's gonna put us in a bit of a safer spot because this guy is now gone. Oh, we injured him on top of everything. Cool. That's SPP for us, but yep, he regenerates, so he's gonna come back. Still, it puts us back at a player advantage, and it allows me to do the GFI like this now because there's no enemy player there. Big question though, do I GFI one more time or do we leave it like this? The issue is I need to lock these guys down, or this guy down. I think I need to GFI one more time here. Go right there. So once again, the 2 spacing, he doesn't count right now, and that just means they can't easily get there. They still can, just not that easily. They are too fast for me to be able to stop them. But that's okay. I've got... Oh! I'm actually more than fine with this. Yeah. Just follow there. That's okay. Doesn't help him too much right now. But it allows me to follow up and have a solid 2 spacing here. That's the good thing, that I'm actually surprised that I'm able to keep this up. We've got the 2 spacing here. Well, not here. So he can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, okay, he can get an easy blitz from here, but even a 2 die. Yeah, I'm not nearly as safe as I want to be. But... I don't know, we'll see. I assume he's gonna be able to get rid of this. The Beast of Nurgle boneheading there screwed me quite a bit. If I had had it right here or there, it would have been way more difficult for him to make that. But he also used the wrong players here, in my opinion. Well, maybe not. Okay, yeah, that actually works. But he didn't leave himself with an easy pickup here. Well, at least he can't really move very far, but that's only a push. He re-rolls it. So he's down to run reroll again. It's not a bad thing, and this could very well be risky, but that scatter is beautiful right now. Just because he won't be able to pick up the ball. I have one player here, but the important thing is, this is the guy he would pick up the ball with, or even him. But the thing is, he can only approach from here, which means if he wants to go in there, he needs to dodge, and he doesn't want to do that. So right now, I need to make sure that I get my Nurgle Beast back into action, so that we can lock these guys down a bit. Ideally, I want to push somebody onto the ball, try to free it up, and do something with that. But this could very well... Oh, the foul appearance coming in through at the clutch again. Right now, this is more about maintaining the fact that he doesn't score. This could end in a 0-0, just because... I can't really get the secure way to get through there as well, but we still have time. But I need to be more focused about him not scoring on me. He risks the 1 die again, and it works. I hope no armor break. That would be bad. Okay, that's fine. Can't do anything else. Okay. So I'm gonna bring him back in. So right now, a lot of this becomes positioning issues again that I need to sort out. I'm also very tempted to just surf the white and give myself a better positioning with that. I think what we're definitely going to do is put Hepatitis D down here. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that as a first thing. Crap, okay, that was a mistake. Because now the Nurgle Beast, I wanted to bring him in here. I keep forgetting about that. That's bad. So I need to switch my plans here a little bit, which means no surfing here. So the blitzing becomes much more interesting again. I need to figure out how to blitz here. And where to take my blocks. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Put him right here in that case, because I screwed up. That was my own mistake. I have to live up to that, but I just need to be in here with my Beast of Nurgle, be annoying as I can, and make sure that he can't get rid of the ball easily. Also want to push my way into this. But we want to start with this block because it's easier. I'm going to blitz with him, which is why I haven't done anything with him yet. In case anybody was wondering. I'm actually going to stay. I wouldn't mind disconnecting him if I get the chance. Let's go for the blitz next. Once again, it's better because this guy doesn't have block either. So I would have taken the turnover there if it had happened. I assume no, he's not going to let himself get pushed. Okay, that works though. And then we get the white. We only push him as well. Which is fine though. And in this case, I will follow, I think. Because I don't want him to just be free there. Yeah, this looks okay. We still have time. Don't like having lost the ball and that he has a player in scoring range and stuff like that. I could have blitzed him as well. That could have been maybe the right thing. I screwed up this over here though, but I still think this is a solid thing. We have a very solid core here with these high strength players. He did went for the Pestigore, didn't he? He did went. He did go. He went. Something, yeah. So, scatter. Oh no, that scatter could be potentially catastrophic for us now. He's not gonna reroll that, is he? Yeah, that scatter is horrible. God damn, that's bad. Because now the ghoul can pick up the ball. Let's hope that he fails, though. He fails once again. He's gonna use his last reroll for that. That's the guy he is. And he fails again, so that's a turnover. Okay, good. It's still not really good because he has 3 tackle zones on the ball right now while I have none. But it could be worse. So how do I go about this the right way now? Because I will have to start with blocking, and I need to figure out where to blitz as well to make all of this happen. And I'm not quite sure yet where. I think we start with this one. And there's a reroll. That's our last reroll. That's scary and bad. So we are both out of rerolls, but he had one more than me at least. Oh boy. So this is going to be interesting. I assumed he would let himself get pushed there. We are okay with that as well, though. Follow, yes. So let's see. I think I'm going to approach this a bit differently. He's just going to stand up. We're going to blitz him. Good, we got it. That was pretty important. Put him down there. Follow, please. Okay, I could move up to here. And no, I'm gonna keep this guy covered. The only thing I wanted here, though, was get next to the ghoul. That was the important thing about this. And now I need to see about this. So I'm gonna do one less block than I could get, just for the sake of me being able to protect the ball. Although now I need to think about this again. So if I push him up here... No, it's got... arguably, let's do this. I think, yeah, okay. Switch our plans up a bit. It still should work out okay-ish. But let's see. Nurgle Beast also just pushing around. Follow. It's gonna cost me a bit back here. Because I lose the... I can't get an assist or anything. But that's okay. And I'm gonna risk this guy because I want to try and knock him down. It didn't work. But that's okay. We're just gonna push him further away though. And try to put ourselves between him and the thing. In the long run. And I think that's all we're doing. I don't want to risk any of the other ones. He would get an assist with this guy. He could bring him in easily, so we're just not going to move them. It's also just important to know when to not take an action. And in those points, I'm out of a reroll. I just can't. It's it's the right thing to play this safe in this area. It's 3 turns left. There we go. And that wastes the blitz as well. Anybody still got any questions why tentacles are awesome? It's so bad for him because, yeah, he needs the 8+ here. He needs an 8 or higher. And he can't get that. Easily. So this is just so good. And that's the turnover. So I actually allowed him to get there a bit quicker than he otherwise would have been able to. Or I would have allowed him to do that. But we're all okay with this now, aren't we? So now this goes back to I need to get the ball and actually score this somehow, which is gonna be difficult, I think. All things considering, since now I don't have a reroll left, we can definitely go for this one first, since it doesn't matter anymore, because Loner is no longer an issue. And the Mighty Blow block would just be my best bet to remove something here. I can't quite get the assists that I'm aiming for, though. So I think what we need to do is blitz here. No. We need to block here. Good. I'm gonna follow this. Oh, come on. Give me something good. Thank you. So that's already nice. I could already get a block here, but not a good one. So the important thing is to get him away from the ball and remove the tackle zone. Oh wow, we get the power on top of everything. That's awesome. I should have pushed him down there. I was a bit too hasty there again. Doesn't matter if I follow or not in that case. Oh, armor break, come on. Just a stun, but it still comes at a very important time in this. So I'm going to attempt the pickup. We fail, which means this is a turnover, but I still have 2 tackle zones on the ball, and I have 2 more tries to make this work, and he's running out of options. As long as I make the pickup this round, I am pretty certain that we're going to win this 1-0. But if I fail it again, that means I will have to do GFIs to make it into the end zone in turn 16 in case I'm able to pick it up. So there's some issues with that. So a problem that Nurgle has that we can talk about is the rotters. They are cheap, but they're also fragile on top of everything. At least as long as they... Oh, the tentacles, I love them so much. So, the issue is they get easily injured and they get applied 2 injuries. He's have a rough spot with the dodges, though. The ones that he can make... Oh, God. Oh, God. And that's not even experience for me. I hope he regenerates, but... Yep, okay. Ooh. God damn. Almost killed his own player there at the end. I mean, it would have been good for our remaining game, but... God damn, that would have been sad as well. So right now, we need to prioritize the touchdown. So let me still protect this. I'm not going to do any blocks. He's not going to stand up or anything. I am just going to try and pick up the ball. That is all we're doing. I don't make it. And the ball scatters into a bad spot again. Okay, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to score here. Thanks to this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the Pestigore can't even score himself. Well, he can, but now I need to do the pickup with somebody else. And the Ghoul needs to go first again because of the scatter. Yeah, I expected this to happen, but it's okay. I didn't want to stand this guy up for some reason. Don't quite remember what. I'm gonna try one more time with the score. It's still very unlikely, but not impossible. That helps a bit, though, already. KOs himself. That's just helpful for his turn 16, because the less he can do, the better for me. But once again, just unlikely that this is going to lead somewhere now. He can't score though, that's for sure. I think I'm actually gonna risk something here. Well, I'm still gonna do this block first because it needs to happen. I'm gonna do some blocks now first instead of going for the ball. This block I do need to do first because it actually gets rid of the tackle zone next to the ball. Oh. Okay, another stun. But right now he has a 2-die. Oh, we need a GFI as well though. Yeah, you know what, it's not worth it. I wanted to turn this into a 3-die to see if I can get him another point there, but it's just not in the cards, so let's go for the pickup this time with Smallpox. We make it, which now means I need to do a handoff as well. Come on, please. Nope, nothing. Okay, bummer. So 0-0 for our first one. It's a draw. I don't know if I could have gotten this a bit safer, if I'd maybe pulled a safer cage back into the middle here before going for the blocks. I wouldn't have been forced to try and go through the middle there or whatever. I don't know. It's okay though. It's still a really close and fun match. Oh, the cute level, the cute turn 16 foul. Still a good match, I think. I was happy with this. At least for our first outing with Nurgle, this worked out okay. And I didn't necessarily expect to win this, so we're still good. Rolled a 5, have a new treasury of 60, that's already very helpful. A Rotter got the MVP, that's fine as well. And, I mean, it's not a very SPP-heavy match, that's for sure. But it puts us closer to our first goal. So right now I have to decide between two things. And those things are getting the third reroll first, or next, which is going to be expensive. Now that we are, the team is out of creation, the reroll doesn't cost 70k anymore, it costs 140k. So that means it's super expensive. The other thing is get more Pestigors. Because those are, I only have 1 and we can have up to 4, and we want to have up to 4. We want to have all of them. And they cost 80k, so double a Rotter. So that means I'm 20k away from getting my second Pestigor and 80k away from getting the third reroll. I think this will highly depend on the money situation, how much money I can get out of the next one. But yeah, I want to fire Malaria, ideally, just because he's got a niggling now, and that makes him just risky to use, and I would much rather have a loner. I'm gonna keep him for now because we're gonna get the loner regardless of whether or not he's on our team right now. But yeah, it's okay. We got a draw on the first one. If the injuries, or if the ammo breaks, all the stuns that we've gotten, it looked a bit differently earlier on. We maybe could have gotten more out of this, but I'm still not too mad about this. Well, a good first match. I'm happy about it. So yeah, this is where we're going to end our first match here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see me play more Blood Bowl 2, just stick around. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you will tune in next time, and have a nice day. Bye!